All right. Second video. This is going to be about the running back rules for 7-on-7. So, again, if you guys are on the Huddle homepage, go to Play Tools, click where it says Playbook. Okay, make sure you're in the offensive column, click where it says Installs, and then the second new play install I'm putting in is F Passing Tree. So, I already made a video on personnel formations and motions. The second video is now talking specifically about the running back. Okay. Let's go to our base rules first. Okay, so this is specifically for 7-on-7. So you guys can see all of our running back numbers are starting with 50. That means you go right into your route. So this is specifically for 7-on-7. Are we going to do some of this in the fall? Yes, but not obviously nearly as much. So obviously we don't run the ball in 7-on-7. You go and run routes. So that's why you hear all of our 50 concepts. Okay, but please know that if you hear 60, which you're going to hear starting in spring football, that only means you're going to do pass protection first. And then if there's no threat, you're going to get into a pass route. So, for example, if you have 51, you go straight into a swing to the right. If you have 61, you're going to check pass protection. If there's no threat, then you're going to swing. So we're going to hear a lot more 60s starting in the fall. And then 70 is more of our full pass protection play action game. You could be in pass pro or you could be in a route. It's play specific. So all of our like act pass protections, which we've kind of been working on a little bit, our dagger, our Y sail, that's going to be specific to 7-man protection. So if you want to look at it from like a protection standpoint, 50 stands for 5-man protection. Your 5-0 linemen are pass protecting. The back is out of the backfield into a pass route. 60 stands for 6-man protection. The running back is part of the protection. And then 70 means 7. So we're going to have either the H or the Y in, and they're going to be assisting in the pass protection with the 5-0 lineman. So this is kind of where the guts of those numbers come from. Okay. You know, the second number now, if it's an even number, that means your pass concept is to the left. Okay. So a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 is left. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is right. All right. So example 52 would be a concept left. 55 would be concept right. All right. And then we're also going to go over Playboy. Playboy stands for play action rollout. Okay. So if for all of our run game, hot is run left, cold is run right. So Playboy hot is you're going to fake the run left and the quarterback's going to roll opposite. Playboy cold, you're going to fake the run right and the quarterback's going to roll opposite. So we're going to go into that more right now. All right. So again, we're talking really specifically 7-on-7 right now because we do so many routes out of the backfield. So 0 and 1 is a swing route. Okay. So 50, the F swings left. 51, the F swings right. Okay. On the swing route, you need to run 4 hard steps before you turn and look for the ball. Okay. You should be getting width with speed before you look at the quarterback. This is a check down throw. We're not going to make a living throwing these balls in 7-on-7. So if you do catch this, we want you wide. That way you can get vertical. All right. I forgot to mention for the running back's alignment in 7-on-7, I want you in front of the quarterback. And this is only for 7-on-7. Okay. In real football and shotgun, you're going to be offset behind the quarterback. Or if it's under center, you're going to be 7 yards behind the quarterback. But we want you in front of the quarterback in 7-on-7 because you get into your routes faster. So forgot to mention that. Okay, so 0 and 1 are swing routes. Okay, when I say the word bubble, we're usually talking about a slot receiver going backwards. When we say swing, we're usually talking about the running back. So it's very similar, but swing is specifically for a running back. Okay, 2 and 3. Okay, these are shoot routes. So you got to get speed with width. Okay, we don't want you coming up here and just taking your time. Get speed and width and get roughly 2 to 3 yards downfield. Okay, again. We're not making a living on these throws in 7-on-7. You're a check down route. Your other job in these type of routes is to pull out a linebacker away to open up a curl or another route behind you. So you're kind of, you're a big role player in a lot of these short routes. But could the ball come to you? Yes. Get upfield once you catch it. But we don't want you guys like stopping, at the hash. We want you getting width to pull out any linebackers. Okay, 54 and 55. These are not used nearly as much as the shoots and the swings, but these are chair routes or angle routes. Okay. You're going to stretch at an angle at 5 yards, then go underneath the linebacker. So if we were, doing 4 verticals, this would be a good concept to add in. We probably don't use it as much as we really should because the mic usually sits in the middle of the field. But if you do hear a 4 or a 5, this is called a chair route left, chair route right. Okay. 6 and 7, again, we don't use a ton. It just means you're running a vertical from the backfield. Okay, so what we've been doing is we motion the F out to run vertical, but we could also run you straight from the backfield on a vertical. So obviously we're not going to have two Fs in the game. If it's 56, you're on the left side running a vertical. If it's 57, you're on the right side running a vertical. All right. Okay, these are a little more complicated, the 8s and the 9s. Okay, so essentially any route that was not a part of 0 through 7 is essentially tagged 8 or 9. Okay, so they're called concept routes. So they're anything else that we want the F to run. Okay, so for example, when we run Denver, we call 58 H Denver or 59 H Denver. Okay, the F, it's called the C route. He just runs at an angle and sits at 5 yards. The idea is he's sitting in the C gap. Okay, the goal is for us as the coaches not to have to call FC route. If we say 58 and then we call Denver, the running back should know he has this little sit route. All right. Same thing for railroad. If we go 59 railroad cold, that means the back is running a wheel to the right. Okay. The goal is to not have to constantly tag the back on some of these concept routes because the railroad or the Denver call is telling what the back to run. Okay. We use an 8 or a 9 because it's not one of the previous routes we just talked about. We will also use an 8 or a 9 if we're tagging the running back on a different concept. So like one we use a lot right now is 58 F corner or 59 F corner. Okay. That would be something where there's not a play call that designates what route the F runs. So then we'll tag it. Okay. So like a common call right now is tray right gun 58 X snag F corner. Okay. So just know that if you hear 58 or 59, you're running something unique that's not in the 0 through 7 concepts. All right. It's still though 8 is on the left, 9 is on the right, even left, odd right. All right. So that pretty much sums up the numbers, and all these numbers again for the route stay consistent. The only thing that will change is if it's a 60, you're going to check protection. Obviously, pass protection is going to be your guys' big priority once we start with pads. So I'm not saying if we run a 52, you can't run a shoot, but you got to make sure you pass pro first. All right. But again, we're talking more 7-on-7, so we'll get to that in another video. Let's finish with Playboy hot and cold. Okay. So Playboy hot, we're going to do this under center. So you're going to take an angle to the right, and the quarterback's going to show the ball, get the linebackers to come up field, and then he's booting or waggling opposite. Okay. So quarterbacks, if it's Playboy hot, you open up like it's a hot run, and then you roll out opposite. Okay. If we flip it, Playboy cold, we're showing the ball. We're going to fake a cold run and then roll out opposite. So the biggest difference, and we can get this in another video, but Playboy means roll out for the quarterbacks. Okay. Act protection means the quarterback's going to stay in the pocket and the running back is either going to fake a run or go into a pass route. One other thing I did not mention that I can just add it as you guys are watching. So let me just let me move this here for a second. Let's copy this. Okay. If we went rodeo, okay, rodeo means it is a rollout to the right. Okay, so this is just a made up play right now, but we will call rodeo and lasso a lot more in the spring. Okay. So I'm sorry, a lot more in the fall. So let's just say we're in gun here. Okay, it's 7-on-7 world. Rodeo means now there's no play action. It's just a straight rollout for the quarterback to the right. The running back, all he's going to do is just seal the edge and protection right here. All right, so rodeo would be roll out right for the quarterback, and the F is now just sealing. Okay, so we can run rodeo sail and get the Y on it out. Okay, so there is a difference there between rodeo and Playboy. Okay, there's no run fake on this. And then if I copied and we went lasso now, okay, lasso is just, let's flip this play. That's roll out left now. Okay, we're not trying to confuse you. Lasso starts with an L, roll out to the left. So we will have one play this week where we have a rodeo or lasso concept, and the back needs to know he just goes, and he's not having a pass route on this. He's just sealing the edge, the imaginary edge. But we will run this rollout protection in the fall, so we want to make sure we understand it. All right. So again, hopefully this video gives the F a lot more understanding on what these numbers mean. This is all going to correlate to the fall. So, the biggest difference, as I already mentioned, is all this 50 stuff is just going to really be replaced with 60 stuff moving forward when it's not 7-on-7. All right, one more video coming up with the plays for the next month in 7-on-7. We're going to really dwindle it down to our best concepts for the next month. Thanks.